How's everybody doing today? Good morning, slot heads. Saturday, another one. Pete's on vacation. Nico's here with me. We're going to be talking about some cool stuff. How's everybody doing? Nico, how's your week been, buddy?
Busy like hell. Good
Yeah.
afternoon from my side of the big pond. Your morning, my afternoon.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, there seems to be already some chats going on here.
Yeah. Who do we got? What do we got going on here? We got Eric, HSF. Thank you, buddy. Dan, how you doing, bro? Thanks again. Appreciate it. HFF Slot Cars of Atlanta. Hi, man. Hey, that's awesome. Slot Cars of Atlanta made it. I love your channel, bro. Clearwater Greg, how you doing? So fast morning, man. How are you up so early, dude? Really appreciate that. Oh, you guys are great. You guys are great. Well, you're in for a good one today, I think, because I have nothing prepared. Like that's such a crazy week. Um, yeah, we won't get too much into that. Nico, what's on? Well, first of all, there's a couple things on my workbench here. You guys can see a couple cars are just tuning up to get ready. And we were talking about. I'm trying out today this stuff here. It's Diablo, just a pad I picked up. I know it says 600 grit, but it's like a foam. But Nico, you said you have pads that are 2,000, like
2000, 4000, 6000, 8000. Yes. Yeah.
yeah. So this was the most my hardware store actually had. So I'm gonna be checking this out. I'm gonna try it out now and see if it won't go any faster. But this was the most grains I could find. I don't like cutting the sandpaper and the way I did it in my video. I'm just so tired of that. And then adding the water, I figured maybe this without water might help. I don't know. We'll try it. We'll try it here live. We'll see what happens, and we'll tell the good folks at home if it's a good or bad product. Yay or nay, right? Yay or nay,
Yeah.
and that's it. What do you got cooking on your bench?
Well, I've got a slot car prepared for a long trip over the big pond
Yeah,
to go to Joe's. Yes. The Porsche that the Discord members already have seen with the lights and exhaust backfire being added. I'm just desperately looking for one screw that I'm missing, but I know where to find it, but I just didn't find the time yet to go into my workshop and actually grab it. But Joe will get a car to look after on foam tires that we race here on our side, which is also quite quite common in Canada, as I heard, with Ernie's. And the preparation is Joe will get three different types of foam tires. So like soft, medium, and hard. Yes, like the Formula One guys. So you
yeah.
will be able to test it uh, and just
I'm
see.
pretty. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I appreciate that. I wasn't expecting. People say stuff and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. But I really want to. I'm a little worried actually about the 124. I'm actually worried that because after driving one on Massimo on Raul's track, he's gonna kill me if he hears that. Um, it was a different experience altogether, and it was like, whoa, this is another beast. And oh, hi. Okay, is that doing that automatically? Okay, it's what's going on here. Morning, MB. How you doing? Uh, there we go. Okay. Um, yeah, and the 124, it was like not clunky, but like a heavier beast. Yeah, man. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh man, that thing is so. Oh man, that's so awesome. And all those lights work. And that's an
Yeah,
analog car, right?
that's an analog car,
Yeah, which is
and
awesome.
it's yeah.
I can't wait to get my setup going.
So
Yeah, and,
that's
and
yeah.
that's the beast I want to look into, right? Like that's a whole new frame. And I think Greg, you're going to be, I think scratch building might be closer in my plans more than more than I thought, buddy. I'm going to be calling you. Not for
Well,
this car. Obviously, this car is pre-built, but I mean the fact that I can now dive into it and like, get my brain around it. Because the only track we talked about it, and the only track that I can really race that on, besides my own, is Ernie's in Toronto. So the fact that it's scale auto, if I do get into 124, obviously I'm going to buy Carrera cars. And I know you don't like this comment, but all digital all day. I think that's going to be my new go-to catchphrase. Okay, Dan, you're buying the Onslaught lighting kit. That's cool, man. I hopefully if you do a video on that, I'd really like to see how you put that all together. That would be really awesome. And then so I think I'm going to be doing the digital stuff, but I will be taking out the magnets 100% on the 124s, even on the digital side, just because I think they're a little slower. Well, we're going to experiment with that as well. And then have a scale auto 1 or 2 just to have a competition car. So that way, when I do go to the track, at least I'll have something. So that's kind of like where my brain is at this point, right? You want to explain the car a bit more though, because forget about what I want to talk about. I want to talk about this car.
Okay. The thing is that at the moment I'm holding a 9-volt battery in my hand, and I'll show the electronics that's on the inside of the car to you in a second. But hang on, the car's got 2 main front lights. It's got 4 like fog lights.
Hold on, Nico. Before we start, anybody in the chat, can you tell me are the vocals coming in okay? You guys can hear Nico clearly. Don't worry about me. I don't care if you hear me. It's more Nico can be heard clearly.
Yeah, just give me a feedback.
Just give me a sec. Thanks,
Yep.
HSF. Thank you.
Okay, so the thing is that I just need to get it. So the thing is that there's a light kit, which I'll show you in a second, built in. So you've got 2 main front lights. You've got 4 fog lights in the front. You've got 2 rear lights. And as soon as you step on the brake with your controller, you have a backfire in your exhaust pipe, as you can see.
Man. Are there settings for that backfire? Is there like a certain like?
No, it's preset. It's all preset.
Okay.
And if you deslot like now, you've got no electricity. The car will start to blink, the front lights and the brake lights. The reason why is this body was set up for a 12 hours race, which means we're also racing that during darkness or kind of darkness. So if you deslot, the marshal will find your car more easily because he suddenly can see that there's a car blinking. So he knows that one deslotted, and it's easier to put it back on track and find it, if it's dark.
Oh my God, that's so awesome. So this car has raced in a 24-hour.
Yes, you'll see the race marks as soon as you've got it in your hand. It's not brand new. I'm sorry for that. It's got its race marks.
Oh, he's sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, Nico is sorry that he wants to send me a used car. Okay. That's been in a 24-hour race that how many championships have you won now?
It doesn't matter. I haven't won
so many that you don't want to talk about them. Okay.
I'm participating races to have fun, not to collect whatever.
I'm getting a world championship car, and he's like, I'm sorry about the scratches. Yeah, like I care.
I'm off. No.
Hey Harry, how you doing? Hey Raul, you're up. Raul's up.
Hey Raul.
Mark Patch, how you doing, man? How's the racing going, Raul? Let us know.
Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, a used $300 car. I'm like, man, sure, send it to me. Whatever,
Harry's in as well. Hi, Harry.
Did I not say hi to Harry? Yeah, Harry, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you guys.
So yes, this car has got some battle marks on it. It's got the cool stuff that Rahul likes so much. It's got carbon parts on it. So like the front.
Show me. Oh yeah, the front.
Front lip is carbon.
And that is the trick to make the car go faster.
No, more stable when you crash. Oh, very simple. When you crash, it'll keep one piece. Very
really?
simple. Yes.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that. I didn't know.
plus the inside of the chassis here, those black parts, that's all carbon as well.
Oh wow, that's really cool. So there's different color screws on that. Does that mean that
Yes,
there are different parts?
yes, yes.
Okay.
They're different parts. They're marked by color, so it's more easy when you change it. You know what size uh, you're changing to, or
Okay.
what you got in your hand here. Yeah, so that's why.
So um how am I going to, so this is the thought process in my head, right? Because I mean I really want to like, I don't want to make too many mistakes with this car. It'll be my first real tuning or whatever, right? Like, not that I don't have the MR. Like, I got the Shadow here, and this car, I had to learn how to tune this for my track, and I'm still learning and whatnot. And but the 124s, I guess it's just a bigger scale. It's fine. Like, so what voltage do you recommend I put on that car? Like, what motor's in there?
It's a scale outer motor.
Okay.
It's called what is it called? Sprinter 2. It's got hang on, 21.5k RPMs,
Okay.
so 21,500. We drive it at 12 volts. You can drive it with more volts, doesn't matter.
Okay.
The good thing for you is this car is race ready. You don't need to tune it for your track.
Perfect.
So this was our like B chassis, so to say.
Oh, you mean for, okay, so you mean for the Carrera track?
Yeah,
So that,
definitely.
okay, because that was in my head,
Wood
because then
track, and also wood track. Doesn't matter on that chassis, and that's a
that's
good thing.
perfect because Ernie has a wood track, so that's where I would put it, right? And I would probably bring it to Raul's and race it on Raul's because someone's got to kick his butt now and then, and
Is he still on?
yeah, he's on. I'm sure I'll be getting texts soon. He'll be telling me everything I'm doing wrong, so it's fine.
So
No, that's good.
yes,
So what about
so
adjusting the front wheels, like stuff like that, and the foam tires? I don't know how foam tires are going to work on plastic track.
well, we drive it on our club track. We drive foam tires on plastic track all the time. No problem at all.
Okay, so but your track is probably your track is, sorry, I was just looking at what's his name's Raul's. I'll send you the link. You want to come on?
Yeah,
That's fine.
go for it.
Okay, I'll send you the link.
I'll just
What
continue. Or sorry, yeah, go ahead.
so for the foam, because your track, you guys foam is wired in, right? Is sorry, wired in. I can't think, guys. I had a rough week. It's rubbered in, right? You have all the
Yes,
rubber and stuff. So does the
yes.
foam react better on rubber, or because my track is clean, eh? I keep a clean, spanking brand new plastic track. So
Which will mean you will have to go for like 100 laps
uh-huh.
to gain a little grip. And one thing you should do is use sun cream.
Yeah,
No joke.
sunscreen.
No joke. Don't ask me on the protection number. So it doesn't matter whether you use a 50, a 30, or a 6. It's got nothing to do. So just sun cream, that'll do, and not the whole package on one tire. It's just thin layer is enough. Drive it, clean the tire, put a little more on, drive it, and you'll put on grip to the track.
Raul, I sent you the link on I think in your email. It's either, I think it's either my personal or Rivera's Carrera, which doesn't matter. You should still get it. And now I got to redo the whole scene, and I took all day doing this, and now Raul's gonna come on and whatever.
It's all
Dan
good.
too. Dan, if you're still up, man, hop on, man. If you want to hop on and get in on this. Scale out was the link I posted. Thanks. Yeah, guys. So in the Discord, it's in the middle of being built because you guys are talking about links and stuff and whatnot. Then thank you for posting the link in the description. But at the same time, on the Discord, On the Discord, we've got a new section, which is websites. On the top, it's going to say suggestions. That's where you guys can pop in your suggestions, or say, "Hey, I'm looking for this. Which website would have that? Does anybody know?" Blah 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 for pieces and parts. And then I categorize them in by country, and Nico's been helping me with that. Just stuff that like maybe we don't see, stuff across the pond. I know it's more expensive in the the switching over, but sometimes there's pieces that we can't have here, or there's specific companies that make specific things like these light kits. And I just wanted to have it's just wanted to have a place where everybody can go and get all that and get that information. So Nico, thank you for helping me. You've kind of like taken it over, and I wake up in the morning and there's like a bunch of threads, and I'm like, I did it on purpose not to have people be able to actually text in the countries, because I don't want things to get lost in translation. So any questions or any suggestions, just put in the suggestion on the top, and then that'll be with like that chat area for that category. If you guys, and again, I think there's a few. I know there's LEB hobbies. There's what did I miss? There's a few American ones that I missed. I just kind of started it. So guys, just give me some time. And but by all means, if there's a website that you like and appreciate, and you guys find with good service, we can go there too. Like just by all means, let me know. Even if it's a small mom and pop shop,
Joe,
there's no discrimination. That's it. All right.
There's a question from Toju.
Yes.
That I would like to answer.
Absolutely.
The sunblock on tires, whether it works on rubber tires as well. Yes, it does. Again, don't soak it. Just a small layer on the tire. Leave it for like a minute. You'll start the first 1-2 laps like driving on ice, and then it'll improve. You'll notice it.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is that I never have to sand those tires?
Nope.
Good. That's what I like. I like getting, ready out of the box. That's... No, I was actually looking forward to, I guess whatever, as I drive it, whatever, I'll see. But if you're telling me there's no adjustments, then I'm not really learning, am I? You're not adjusting it for me. It's just done, right?
Well, hang on. That chassis has got so many different points where you can change the setup. And if you start changing that, you'll get lost. That's what I wanted to say. If you don't know, or if you've got no experience, but we can go through it together, which is no problem at all.
Yeah.
And Toju, try it and let us know if it works or not. I'm really, really curious, because it depends on, if you're driving silicone tires on your track, you've got a very clean track like Joe has got. That might take a while till you gain some grip with that sun cream stuff. So don't expect to have grip from the first lap or third lap on if you're already running silicones. And yes, I do it before every race. Yeah.
But okay.
No, it's not going to turn in a shitty oily mess. No, Harry, not at all. If you look at my videos on YouTube where I do the testing of cars on our club track, you might notice that the Carrera track has got in the corners, has got no more white middle markings on the lanes. We didn't paint it newly. That's already grip covering those white marks of the Carrera track.
Okay, cool. So Toju's asking, now he's saying not running silicones.
Okay, that's good. Yep. Well, it helps. If he's not running silicones. Maybe one more thing, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm going back now to those web link sections that you just mentioned on the Discord. One more thing why we set it up was this.
Oh yeah, this is the feature that
I don't know whether you can see that, but the rear spoiler is flexible.
It's crash proof.
It's crash proof. And Joe just went mad when I showed it to him on a private video conversation that we had, and he was just going like, where can you get that? Where does it come from? And that's why we wanted to set up that web link category, because those things are available for scale out to bodies 24, pre-fixed or pre-set up. You can buy those parts in Germany or in Europe already pre-cut, and they fit for, I don't know, the Porsche, the Audi, the Jaguar, the Corvette, the Viper. They've got it all preset, and you just need to glue it. So, yeah.
So, but you're saying that what's the material made of? Because we were talking about me doing it myself, right? Which is annoying.
This one, the prefixed ones for scale out, they're very thin, like a foam. What is it? Foam. Yeah, very thin foam. So it's like the same material like your foam tires, but it's, I don't know whether you can see it.
Well,
it is quite thin. And yeah, they're already pre-cut. So you don't need to worry about anything. There are different ways of fixing a wing. I'll not go into detail at the moment, because I'll do a video on that in the near future. I promise to.
Okay.
There are the ways.
On how to fix the wing. Because what's but the material, you're saying it's a foam material?
It's a foam material, yeah.
It's not you weren't telling me it's more like a rubber?
It's more like a rubber, but it is a very thin foam plate, and it's then cut. Yeah.
Okay. And then something like, didn't you say a bicycle tire?
You're just spoiling the news now.
Oh, sorry. I'm
okay. Thanks to Joe, there won't be another video of my.
You can still do it. You can still do it. You got to bring it to the masses. I'm like, what's he talking about? I'm like, I could have sworn he told. I'm like, it's foam. I'm sorry.
Okay, guys. The thing I do personally, because we were talking of, like, Joe was telling me he's losing all his rear spoilers on the 32 cars, and he's just sick of it because it doesn't look the same, and a GT3 car should have a spoiler, blah 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 blah. And I said, well, do a flexible one. And Joe was going like, what?
That's good. You gotta push it in there. Yeah, I was intrigued. You can just say I was intrigued. That's the English word.
Yeah. What I do is I use the tube of a bicycle tire, a broken one, obviously. So you can buy a new one if you want to, but I'm using the old ones, the ones with holes in it. And what I do is I cut few blocks and then glue them in here. And that way you'll also get a flexible attachment of the rear wing. But to show you how I'll do it, I'm not going to spoil that one now.
So how do you do it, Nico? Show me how you do it. I'm kidding. Okay.
Sorry, I think I'm getting out of service.
No, come on.
It's Harry asked a question whether the sun cream would work on Paul Gage tires. No, that's what I said. Rubber, and I really mean rubber, and foam tires only. So Paul Gage are urethane tires. It won't work on urethane. As far as I know, out of my chemistry lessons, nothing will work on urethanes. I think we've got 2 more visitors in the room.
Yeah, I got that. You focus on that, and I'm gonna get these guys going.
Okay.
Yeah. And now that I'm trying to do a million things at once.
Yeah. That's
okay.
Pete.
I'm gonna try to set up the scene here.
That's Joe. Sorry. No.
It's all good.
Forgive me.
It's all good. Told you, perfect. You're going to be selling a lot of stuff here. Let me just
a lot
get
of sun cream.
Yeah. Who's got double?
Someone's got double. Oh.
Yeah.
I see trouble. There's trouble coming up.
You guys, hold on. They're not there yet. Let me add you to the scene. Oh my God. I'm doing this behind the scenes. This is my first time. Pete's not here to hold my hand. Give me a freaking second, okay? I got a show to run, guys. Here to hold my hand. Give me a freaking second.
All right.
Hey!
How you guys doing?
It does.
Saturday morning slot car party.
Jesus.
Thanks, guys. So good to see you. What's going on? How did it go? Not to take away from Nico's great stuff, but clearly I ruined another surprise or whatever. So Nico is fine.
I'm done.
How'd you guys do? Tell me about the races. What are you guys doing up so early?
Right now,
We got practice.
7 o'clock it starts. We're going to be in there trackside.
Yeah, but aren't you guys 4 hours behind? It's what? I mean, even so fast isn't that early.
6:30 right now.
Sleeps for pedestrians.
Sleeps for pedestrians. All right, so we've got well, pretty much. I mean, the we got who's representing the Queen right here in this box right here. We got the Queen. Well, I mean Canada, right? We still have her on our dollar. So we got the Canadian crew. We got the British crew.
Not the Queen anymore, buddy.
The king now.
Yeah.
Oh, King. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's true. She's dead, eh? Yeah.
God save our gracious king. Long live our noble king.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't. That's how much I'm into politics. I know. So go. Okay, around the room. Pete, experiences. Go. Sum it up.
That
You hear
comes
me?
good.
Pete,
Yeah. Pete, sum it up for us. Come on.
sum it up for us. You got
It's
a.
good. Right. So it's a wood track, 6 lanes. Was it red through to black?
Yeah.
There's some proper unwashed people. I'm joking. I was thinking yesterday. Yeah. So it's. I don't know. They said they might clean the track this morning, which will ruin everything because you've got used to how the rubber's built up and how the flow
Oh
is. And
no.
coming on to Mr. Sheen, which is furniture polish in the UK, it might create some issues. But I have used the secret weapon, Oida.
Oida.
Yes,
Yeah.
Does it work?
I put it on. I let it dry in while I was in the queue. Oh man, alive! The queue to wait for practice.
Oh.
Go to the toilet before you get in it. That's all I'm saying.
Upside down cobra.
It'll be your time, yeah.
There you go.
Exactly. So no, there's some serious liquor races in there. So you're looking at the quickest times are around 6.1 seconds.
Oh wow.
On average, I'd say the average time in there is between 6.9 and 7.2. Would you say?
Yeah. On
Yeah.
average.
So if you're doing 6.5 to 6.8, you're going to be in the top 30, according
All
to.
three of you will be doing, won't they?
Yeah. Well, the best I've got is a 6.7, but I'm consistently about a 7.1. So I've got a bit of work to do. But the challenge, not the problem, the challenge is you get to the podium, the first one of the 6 stage stands that you can go, yellow, black, green, whatever. You get 5 minutes to practice on each lane and you move along and along and along. And when you go back to the back of the queue, I worked it out last night. I would have waited for an hour to get there. And then I'd have had 5 minutes before the shop closed. So I binned it off to revise my merch advert. So that's something I think if you're going to enter the nationals or something as big as this, then definitely get your track time weeks ahead of turning up. That I can't, practice makes perfect, of course, but I can't say it any stronger than if you're going to do this, get down the track and just, even though the corners aren't the same, you're just going to build up your own ability in the car's handling, how far you can push it, which none of us have got to grips with yet. Just stacking them corners. I think I've glued the spoiler on about 4 times now. Not much left. Sorry, Marco.
Did they provide the controllers? What kind of controllers are you guys using?
I bought my own, True Speed.
Well, brother.
It's what was it? It's a bit like an old saying we had when I used to DJ. It'd say, DJs don't share needles because you take your own styluses around to clubs with you.
Yeah.
And same thing is like a lot of controllers don't like to share, but they've got house controllers, which I'm not sure what the make are, but there's no functionality to them. It's just a start and go.
Yeah,
The
because you guys
professional
mentioned it on your last
Professional.
live about there's
Professional,
3-prong controllers.
basic
So,
controllers.
Yeah,
yeah,
3-prong.
sorry. So I was just
These
curious
are-
if you guys if they had the adapters for it. So
No, they've got a guy called Dennis who's literally salt to the
Samson.
earth. He's pillar of the community in there. He's like, give it to me. And he's soldering things onto my True Speed. So now I can just clip it on with the Bulldog clips and it
holy
works.
cow. Okay.
So, yeah, a load of DeFalco controllers. Is that an American thing?
Yeah, pretty
Yes.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Massimo, what you brought your DeFalco?
Jim
yeah.
DeFalco.
Yeah.
He builds them sitting in his living room.
Well, that's
Yeah,
it.
my
You
man.
can't get them any better, more handmade than that. So,
No.
Massimo, tell me, what are your thoughts?
Is that what that bit of food was on my controller when it arrived? TV. Yeah.
Passion
Like
out of
that.
the-
No fish and chips.
Connection's not right.
No fish and chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of
Matt,
ropey kebab in there.
Matt, you tell us what's going on. How are you feeling?
It's good. Like I wish we had more
There we
practice.
go. Come on in, man.
Look
Yeah.
at that smile he has.
Well, I'm trying to figure out why Massimo's not in the middle.
Look at that.
Get closer. Get closer. Don't need your
Hi,
warmth.
Joe.
I miss you, bro. I miss you, bro.
No, it's good.
You're melting his poor heart.
Okay, leave the guy alone. It's doing well.
Thank you. See, at least Massimo defends me.
I got your back.
Thanks.
No, it's good. It's having a good time. Seeing everyone, and the track is very fun. It's just like
Yeah, it's cool.
it's a very cool track. It flows nice. It's just I wish we had more practice. The queue is long, like Pete mentioned. So I've only got on like 4 times in the
same.
2 days. Yeah. So it didn't get too much running, but coming to grips with the car, with the track, the best I managed in the 4 times is I think a 6.9, and
That's good.
my average is a 7.3. I'm going to say so, a little bit off Pete, unfortunately.
Not that far.
But
2
no,
tenths.
2 tenths, yeah. That's fun. No, I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's been
That's
a
a
good
good
experience
fart,
so
isn't it?
far. Yeah.
And you're there.
As far as the track goes, which corner? I mean, I don't know if you guys want to give up secrets. In my head, you're all representing Canada, but like, what corner is giving you the most difficulty? Because I've been staring at that track for like a couple of days now. What do you
was the
think?
corner?
Just describe where it is as you're standing
I
there.
think corner 3. That tight hairpin
Behind the monitors.
The
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
On the
like
last
that
one.
one there. It's a little bit tight, and sometimes it catches
Yeah,
you. And there's a
agreed.
lot of like that track when you're staring at it, you can't tell till you go look, but there's like negative camber in
Yeah.
some corners, and it catches you out. Yeah,
Very
Okay.
good.
it's very good
Because the
track.
videos that what's his name was doing. Oh my god, I was watching them and he did it. It was like a 7 minutes. He had just started a live, and that track is like super shiny.
Yeah,
Like, is that
Yeah,
varnish? I mean, that's a wood track, but it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be that shiny? Is that how wood tracks are normally?
And
Yeah.
the track.
yeah. Ernie's isn't as shiny though. His is dull.
No, it's Ernie's got
Yeah,
a lot
but
of
they also run like Ernie runs 124 metal
True,
chassis
yeah.
scale auto.
It's different. Yeah,
You're gonna and he runs foam, right? We're running rubber on wood.
yeah.
It's a completely different experience altogether.
It's wild.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The
How are you
130
finding
second.
it? How are you finding it?
Yeah, your turn.
Well,
Ron.
these two guys are taking
Yeah.
it real
No,
serious.
no.
I'm like
Well, hold on,
feeling.
come on.
I don't really. I'm not. It's okay. It's fun.
He's doing better than he's
It's
letting
okay.
on. Sock.
It's
Yeah.
okay. This guy, the two of you have been invited. I never get invited. My wife doesn't even invite me to anything.
Well,
That ain't
It's
wet
like-
racing.
I didn't. Do,
Right?
I didn't do
Tell 'em how you-
anything like these guys. These guys are like really on it. Like they were ready to go this morning to the track. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna have to go live. I have to go to practice." I'm like, "Fuck off! It's just practice."
That might be like a 2-hour session or something on it, which is, normally
Like,
fine.
Yeah, they've practiced what? How many sessions have you run? You've
4.
run 4? No,
Yeah,
5.
I know 5 because I
5.
got here a day before you guys.
He's run 4.
That's
I've
how I
run
know the
2.
controller.
I ran 2 practice sessions. That's it. I was like, that's good enough for me.
6.3,
Yeah,
6.4.
he's too good. He's too good. That's
No,
why.
it's just like the lineup is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you're standing there for an hour to
Oh,
go
the queue.
for
The
5
queue's
minutes.
long, yeah.
You, all
Yeah,
right,
the
okay.
queue. We say
And,
for the lineup, we say the list of races rather than the queue.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, it's for the English people out there.
Sorry. This is a Canadian one. No.
Exactly.
Jesus, some things don't change. That's good to hear. Barry.
We're missing you, Nico. Where are you?
Oh, ask me. Come on,
Guys, like,
guys.
if Nico was here,
Oh my God.
we'd learn so much.
I'm like, Nico would help me with cleaning this car. I need Nico here.
The chemists all around, the chemists.
No, he's Sam the Eagle now. Nico's Sam the Eagle now.
Oh Jesus.
But,
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I'm pretty sure everyone who's in the comment section's been watching all you guys racing, because we certainly all have here on my end, man. Holy, great racing action. Plus, we're actually able to watch you guys just sort of mingle in the lobby there where the racetrack is. Everyone yesterday was like, "Where's Pete?" He's like standing right to the side of the track, and Massimo, you were in the back left corner, and you could always see you guys in the scene, and it was really cool to see people out of place. You know what I mean? And so exciting because we're all cheering for you guys, regardless of how you do. We don't care because we're all on your side. It's like you're carrying all of us with you. It's awesome, guys.
No pressure.
Yeah.
But Nico and I do have a side bet on Raul.
I actually would have two questions. Oh yes.
Oida.
That's the secret formula. That
Look
is
at Joe. Look
the
at Joe. He's like,
secret
what's
formula.
going on here?
No. Hold on. Yeah, you guys with your inside jokes. But hold on, Nico, for your questions. Dan, do you have
Sorry, yeah.
do you have any questions for the guys?
Yeah. Just what do you figure is the most important part of this experience going on right now for you? Maybe each individually, just name your top experience. How you feel? What are you getting out of this? Let's put it that way.
Besides missing me.
Yeah.
Well,
Go on, Raul, you go first.
me.
The biggest thing for me is being here with these two guys. Honestly, It sounds a bit corny, but that's what I've come for. Nice to see these guys. Nice to see Maurizio. Nice to meet some of the guys you see on telly. That's it. Job done. I mean, seriously, if you're not from this town and you don't race all the time, you're never going to compete here. So it's not about that. Just missing out some friends. Maybe, next year or the year after, we'll all save up for 2 years and get over here for a cabbie.
Yeah.
Look who showed up.
Oh, God.
The other Pete.
Yeah, he's dragged his carcass out of his pit. Wakey, Pete.
Yeah, he's having margaritas on the beach, man. I don't feel sorry for him.
It's the same.
Oh, really?
Same, right?
Same,
Yeah.
What was her name?
Dan, to answer your question, I think all three of us have the same answer, right? And
I wouldn't be here if you guys didn't come. So
I tell you, the truth
you.
is, I was more interested in hanging out with him because we don't get to see Pete much. I mean, I talk to him every week, probably on camera, but to be in person, hanging out. I think that's the most important thing. Yeah. Cyber punch.
Yeah, see?
Hey, that's his racing arm. Don't do that to Massimo.
What's that?
That's his racing arm.
So in LA we punch buggy yellow whatever, we decided to do cyber punch because there's cyber trucks all over
the place.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's it.
Cyber punch.
I've never been to America before, so that was a little appeal as well.
Cool. Yeah, well, so actually, you ruined our first bet, Pete, because we thought you wouldn't get in anyway. So.
Yeah. Sorry, you got the wrong ID.
Look, they didn't know.
Okay, Nico, go for your unless
two questions.
Yeah, go for it. Oops.
Who's faster than Travis last year?
Good question, right? Because apparently, according to a couple of the guys who were here last year, like Michael Nemus and Ian, who's really quick, that always wears West clothing. Last year's cars were much faster than this year's cars. So I said, because I'd said on the live stream yesterday, we need Travis's times to know where we've got to benchmark ourselves as an inter-content creator rivalry between everyone. And they said, you can't. He got a 6.61 last year. But the cars were faster, so technically we're about the same level now. So all to do today.
Okay, fair enough. Second question: did Rahul already buy the Nemus car?
Why does everyone think
Just
I'm
joking.
smart?
Just joking,
No,
Rahul.
no, it's not a joke because that's the bet we had. That was our secret bet. So we need to know. There's a bet going on, and that was the bet.
In the
Thanks for ruining it,
wheel.
Nico.
You need to get him an autograph of Nima something because that guy's
I want a
gonna
picture.
pay.
I want a picture
let's
of
do some Nemus
any one of you
merch.
guys with Michael.
Nemus
Please,
merch.
please. Somebody
Yeah,
take a
well-
picture with Michael and send it to me.
Hey, Michael, he's a lovely guy.
He
We
is,
sat on the Thursday morning. We sat together because I said, "Oh, have you got any nail varnish for my front tires?" And he's like, "No, we've got glue." I said, "I've never glued the front tires before, just to take the friction away."
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, I'll show you." Very nice guy. So he's like done mine and his at the same time, and then he's continued to, and he'll be all right with this. Steal and bogart and intercept my tire truer for 3 hours under the guise of a truing tutorial. In the end, I just left him with it and come back when the camera died. But he's such a lovely guy, Michael. Really good. So no problem nicking his car afterwards for you, Joe.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I think the main thing here is like we're not here with our tools. We're not here with like we can't. We
Exactly.
got given cars.
Yes.
I'm not used to those cars. I have no like
It's a
feeling
Nissan.
with the car.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, it's not,
Yeah, that was
I
my
have no
next
feeling
question.
with
Was
the car.
what cars are you guys driving? Sorry, continue.
It's all Nissans. We all have Nissans.
90% of the field,
Yeah,
Slotted
it?
Nissans, yeah.
90% of the races are on Nissan this year. This
Oh,
is the car.
slotted in this sense. Okay.
yeah. There's a lot.
Correct.
It's just a lot of nationals, and so it's Group
Right.
C Nissan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when I got my car, there's so much float on it. Like
Mhm.
literally, you could just pop like the whole top body was just moving around, and yeah, it's been for myself. The challenge is just not understanding track, not understanding the car, not understanding the controller that well, because we're so used to racing digital all the time.
Yes, must be
and
really hard for you.
It's so for myself, it's like yeah, it's just like everything's new. So I guess I don't adapt really well at those kind of situations. So I've just been like, whatever it is, I'm gonna do my best not to get off the track as much as possible, right?
Correct.
Just stay on the track as much as possible. Just be in the groove. I don't care if I'm slow.
Enjoy it.
I just want to keep the car on the track. That's it. That's what my challenge is for myself today. Is just stay consistent, stay on the track. Don't care about the times. I've never actually looked at my times. These guys look at my times more than I do because I just want to get a feel for the car. I really want to see how it like rides around the curves, and those curves they catch you out.
They catch you out.
Because like you think something's really nice and smooth coming down, and there's a bump or something, and the car just like comes off the track, and then also the braids are lifting. There's
The
a-
white lane has a couple of lifts.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I know they're fixing that as well. So like it's a lot to take in as a non-racer because regardless of anyone says I'm like I don't race like so it's a lot to take in and so for myself I'm just challenging myself to just be consistent. That's it, right? Yeah.
Raul,
What's up?
could you explain super quick what a lift in the track is? Some people might not know what you're talking about right now.
Mhm.
Our-
Yeah,
our
so
listeners are
like what Massimo was saying, and a lot of people would say, it's like when you come around the corner, let's just say you're coming down on the right hand side, coming down that little S bend before you come to the front straight, right? There's that little, so you come around that, and normally you think in the middle lanes you can kind of take it at speed, but what will happen is as you come around, that kink and the dip will let your car
Twist.
float over. So you leave the slot if you're not careful with maintaining your speed. So that's what I've been finding a
Yeah.
lot. Like my car will lift and kind of slide down the track.
Yeah.
And so you have to. There's a lot of little places where on a normal plastic track you kick it like a higher speed because you
Yeah.
know it will stay in the groove and come around. But with the wood track, there are these little quirks that I feel, and I'm like, oh, I have to really like adjust myself coming down. And the other thing is, because we ride, and I was talking to someone, and I was actually Samson, who's like the master tuner, or he's been there for years,
Yeah.
like you were saying. He's the guy who
Yeah.
helped you sort of
Dennis.
Dennis Sampson. Yeah. His
Oh, I
last
didn't know
name.
his
Yeah,
surname. It's just Big D for me.
Yeah. So I was talking to him, and he actually helped me kind of like tighten up my chassis a bit because I wasn't very comfortable.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
And he was saying to me that no, I lost my train of thought. Oh, shit.
He was doing your chassis for you because you're getting this tilt on the
yeah, it's getting a
track.
lot of tilt. And then he was, he just said like, there's a lot of these places will catch you out if you're not used to the track. So, I mean, that's the one thing
Sneaky.
that
You mentioned that they're fixing it. Was that you said
Well,
there was a
that's
lift in the
because,
track? And
yeah, there's at a certain
Braid.
point the braid on the track was lifting,
Debonding.
and they were fixing
okay,
it.
so this is a problem that wasn't already there. It just started happening because of the frequency of drivers. Because you would think
Oh,
that
no.
track would have been
I
preset.
just don't know. I can't answer that for sure.
Okay.
What really is exciting for me is the cameras. Like there's 10 cameras, they all hooked up, and
Yeah.
I already know how to run. So it's like I'm having more fun with Carlos.
He's like this.
Yeah. Massimo did a
ask me-
flyby, and you were in the office.
Yeah, so I was coding. So I was doing some coding for Doug and Ian and stuff. Yeah,
Don't be jealous because they've got more cameras on site than you have, which is really impossible.
Well, this morning I think Doug and Ian are running a special event, so watch out for that. It's 10,
They are.
It's 10 to 2 this morning.
Yeah, on the
Yeah,
Polycar
yeah.
track.
I'm gonna try and live stream for them.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll do a live of that event. It's gonna be a really fun event.
It's ridiculous.
Um,
No, I'm joking.
So yeah, watch out for that. I'll do my best to actually
yeah, that'd
do
be
the
good.
live
Laugh
stream.
that will.
And
Can't disclose
I'll run not 10, 4 cameras. That's all I brought. So I'll
Yeah.
run 4 cameras.
That's it. I'm really disappointed that you only brought 4.
Did you
I'm
check
so
his
disappointed.
temperature? I mean,
Yeah.
Just
Lars
4.
and Pete, did you check his temperature? Only 4 cameras?
Yeah.
I mean,
I tell you, I was more excited about that than the racing. I couldn't be bothered. Like when they call my number, I'll just go up and do
I'll tell you
whatever
what
I
did
gotta
blow me
do.
away about this place, though. The amount of stock
Oh my
they've
God.
got.
Oh, man.
Jesus,
Yeah.
wept Mary, Mother of God. Not that I'm religious, but they floor to ceiling. I swear to God, they'll never miss some of them.
Oh,
Why did I just bring a rucksack, not a case?
yeah.
God damn it, it's probably a good move, but no.
So, do you guys think you're going to be spending more or less than UK?
Less.
Less.
I've got to sit on my
Less.
hands,
I'm,
but
I'm trying not to.
if
buy
I
it.
have
Yeah,
money,
I'll be
ruthless.
honest. I'm not intending to buy anything because, well, if I buy the first item, the domino will just fall. So it's like, don't touch. I don't look, I don't touch. I walk away. I don't even video those cases because I'm like, I don't want to know
See it.
about what's in here because the moment I think the moment I buy the first card, the domino just
Floodgates are
The
open.
house of cards
Right.
falls
Like,
down.
yeah, I already. It's funny because Marco is like, He told the lady, I forgot her name, Kristen, who works the back of the store, to find out how much a whole skid is to ship to Canada. So
Oh yeah, you courier shamed him, didn't you? Oh,
yeah.
he didn't like that. He went straight down to Kristen. Went, why are we getting nailed? What can you do?
Yeah.
Well, I
that's
mean,
good.
I have access to a campground in New York. If you guys want to save on shipping,
Oh, thanks,
DM me.
Joe.
You can
There you go.
maybe pick me up a few things.
Yeah.
The other thing that was a good strategy was a couple of the guys in who we see on the Sunday shows asked me to bring back a couple of their slot cars they bought. So technically, they've locked out most of my free space.
Ah,
So
very
I
nice.
can't
Good for
have,
you.
like,
Good for you for helping out your community, Pete. Good for you, man.
Yeah.
You're a pillar.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I'm the mule who brought those cars here. Okay. So,
Yeah, but that means you have space. But that means you have space, and you're making a sale. So don't even think that there's no stress
He's
on you.
got 2 cars.
I
in
got 2
return.
cars from the UK that I forgot over here that Pete brought over for me, so I can bring them back. So I already did my buying in the UK. So there you go.
Guys, hold on. There's a little technical difficulty. There's not enough light on Massimo. Can you move the camera just a little bit, or the light, please? There we go. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
The
you.
man, the myth, the legend.
There you go. Are you happy now, Joe?
Thank you.
That's
You want to fan yourself, bro?
I love you too.
Oh.
I'll
No,
tell
that's
you what
awesome,
they
guys.
have got
So
there,
what's
Joe, you'll be impressed with. They've got all the flags of all the people from of the countries that have arrived.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
I see it, mate. I see it up there. The German flag is there. The England flag is there. The Italy flag. It's all
okay?
going
So
on.
I had mentioned it. Who was I talking to? I just moved. I don't know if you can see behind me now. There's that big black bookcase.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah,
bookcase that you see in
corner.
the videos, right? It managed to fit around my track. So now I have space for even more flags. I'm going to be putting up a flag, and I want Pete to be able to recognize this flag. You guys
Yeah,
want to see?
we'll
I'll
do,
even show you now. If you can
We'll
recognize
do a
it,
commemoration for it when you're ready.
what's that?
We'll do a commemoration for it when you're ready.
Okay, because that German flag's not coming down, but another one's coming up, and I want to see if you know what it
Oh,
is.
really? Oh, I dread
Yeah.
to think.
Oh,
I'll
you guys
post
are
you
good.
a St. George's cross, mate. You need it in your life.
No, I'm gonna get one. Don't worry. I'm gonna get a little. Got to represent the nations. You know what I mean?
So anyway, so
but
while
what's
we're here on air with people in the chat and whatever, should we set a date? 2 years. Come here, all of us, all in. 2 years. We
yeah,
can chip
sure.
away 50 quid a month for 2 years, right? Then we'll have some money for beer as well.
Ooh.
Well, for me, it's to pick up anything that's Michael Nemus, right? So, I mean, that's going to take about 3 years. But remember, now we're 1, 2, 3, 4,
Later,
5.
it's gotta come in 2 years.
We're 6 guys here, right? We can buy a Michael Nemus. So here's my plan: if we all chip in, we can.
I'm
Right,
out.
you guys-
Here we go. Here we go with Joe. Okay, Joe. How you? What scheme are you?
So
coming
it's
up with?
actually because
Forget it.
Nico sent me a site. I think it was Anslot has they already have that car, and it's 13 Canadian. It's 1,300
Yeah.
Canadian divided by 6 guys. It's not a lot. We can have a piece of history. We can all own a piece of history.
Yeah, and it's all in parts, so they let you build it too.
Yeah. We gotta get him a sticker with my.
So what's
even
that going to
cheaper
cost
then.
you? What's
It's
that
even
going to
cheaper
cost them
then.
time?
Yeah.
Oh man,
It might be time to race for me, guys.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what's
Okay.
the next event?
These guys are gonna have to
Yeah.
go
Go
now.
for practice.
Next event.
They're gonna be late for practice, and
Yeah.
he's gonna get really upset.
It's an hour queue.
Yeah, no, go.
It's an hour-
Get your.
I'll only get one go before qualifying. See, so
Pete,
and it's
Okay,
already
before you go.
Pete,
Okay,
for
sorry,
Joe.
Nico.
Yep, for Joe, get the socks of Michael. You know.
Oh, you got it. But the ones he's wearing today, unwashed. You got it.
All good. Smell the.
Me and Nina's go way
Creativity.
back now. I can get them. If he turns up with flip flops, though, we're done for, right?
Oh, you guys are
He
great.
doesn't look like.
Well,
a
look,
flip-flop.
honestly, best of luck.
That
yeah.
guy's a giant, by the way, too.
Yeah, he's huge. He's like
Holy
Nico.
crap. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a giant.
I went and got a little like stool thing to stand on just to test it. So where the guys were talking about, where you kind of de-slotting a lot, is as you stand and look at the track, just in front of you, there's a series of monitors that blocks, if you're vertically challenged like me, it blocks your ability to see behind them. And
Oh.
that's the bit that's off camber, uphill into a tight right. So you come round a top sharp corner, like almost an R1, boot it into the straight, and you literally roll and smash the corner because you haven't got the balance. So I thought I'll get the stool to see if I can see over it. And then it was a completely different. I literally stood there and went, no, forget that. I can't. It's a different experience, isn't it? I've got used to standing on the floor, stood up. It's a completely different job. I won't get rid of it. I'm already used to this. So, yeah, I just need one more practice.
Yeah, before we sign off, a big shout to Ian, Doug, Tim.
Yeah.
Like, we've been hanging out as a group.
Yeah.
We've been having an awesome time. We've been to downtown LA. We went
Santa
to the beach
Monica.
yesterday all together. So,
I
as out of
missed the
towners,
first night, didn't I?
he was busy practicing, okay? That's where he got his extra
Oh, and
practice.
one more go. I'll catch you
Come
up at the
on.
hotel.
Yeah,
But because
yeah.
I don't do Wi-Fi mobile data thingy, I just use the building Wi-Fi. So I don't get ring.
Mobile dating?
No, I think he meant
Data. You know what I mean?
I heard that too. I'm like, mobile dating? What is he talking?
Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's gonna be an
I
outtake.
thought
and
this
I'll
was
put
a
that.
slot car show.
Yeah.
Honey, I
That's
love
what
you.
they say.
No, I heard
Yeah,
the
that's
same
what they
thing.
say.
I miss Santa Monica Boulevard.
But at least someone's practicing. Massimo, are you getting enough practice in? How are you
Yeah.
feeling? Like
As
you
much
think
as I
you take
can.
this?
No, I don't know.
Take this.
I'll be happy if I don't come in the bottom 10. That's my goal.
Come on, Matt. You can take this. Take
Come on,
it.
you got
Take it
this.
for the team.
Well, for those of you who are actually practicing, I was, Raul, we were talking, and you're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna, I don't care." I'm like, "This is such an experience. Like, go race, go and race. You guys are together. It's good. You're in the room, but as soon as you leave that room, it's come on, you got to represent."
Everyone's got a different thing they want to do.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Like I said, this hobby's got.
I've been telling him every day, Joe. It doesn't sink
Yeah,
in.
it won't.
It doesn't sink in.
And you got to race with people who are faster than you all the time, or you're never gonna know what.
I mean, what an experience! What just to be asked, right? Like that was.
Yeah,
and good for you guys for being able to go, right? Like it's just again living vicariously through you. It's awesome. It's awesome.
It's little old us, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's little old us. It wants us to come here and create mayhem.
What
in
am I
America.
doing in this weird place?
Yeah.
All the cautions we cause.
Yeah. So,
Caution! Caution!
Yeah.
Caution! Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't say it quick enough.
Oh,
I
his
forgot
car flew off the track.
a few times.
No,
off
but
the
you
track.
went off the track. Like, there's not a lot of people that have gone off the track. Okay,
Oh,
like literally, he did a skip and a bounce. It went off the one side, bounced on the other side, and then Tim caught it like a buck. It was impressive. Like everyone was like, "Oh,
Too much
Told,
grip. I went,
told you it's serious stuff. Told you. I
It
mean,
is, yeah.
Is that
Feels
the
so good.
sunscreen that you guys are using on the tires?
baby
cream.
baby cream."
Baby cream.
Yeah.
Baby cream.
Oh yeah, bébé. Right. I should know that in French.
Yep.
Maybe Nico type it in the chat for people. Maybe he won't.
Well, these guys gotta go, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's get some coffee.
All right.
Walk up the road.
Guys, this was awesome. I was not expecting
thank
the
you
trio
so
to
much
show up.
for
I
inviting
really,
us.
really appreciate it. Honestly, you guys, best of luck. Have fun. Most important.
you.
And
Brilliant, Marines.
We'll be
So happy for
watching,
you guys.
guys. Go Giver.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
sounds.
Raul, you staying on or
I'm sticking around.
all right.
all right.
See you,
All
pal.
right.
Bye, guys.
Woo!
Guys, kick some arm.
That's
Yeah.
it. This is me tired. Come on. Let's do it, man. Bye.
Ciao, Mass.
If I
Bye,
don't
Pete.
show up,
See you later,
bye.
guys. Oh, Mass. It's not gonna be good.
Keystone
And
Box.
they're off. Yay! No.
It's pretty silent now. Yeah.
Yeah.
My ears are ringing.
It's those English
man.
guys. The English guys. They're loud.
Well, it's
There we
just
go.
one.
Wow.
But
Magnetic racing.
but he comes. Hey, it's Doug.
Look at that.
How you doing,
Yeah,
man?
they're probably on.
Thanks.
Doug is also taking it very serious, so he's probably off the track too to get practice in.
Ooh.
Is that true,
Yeah.
Doug? Or are you hungover? What's going on? Tell us the truth.
No, nobody's hungover.
What-
No,
or
that's
just
good.
jet lag.
Jet lag? Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so,
how you
maybe.
doing?
Yeah, the UK
Oh,
guys.
I don't.
Do you find it worse or better than UK?
It's normal. I've been. I guess because of all the traveling I've done for work and stuff, this is not so bad.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. So no problems with jet lag and stuff.
I get
Yeah.
car sickness, so I mean, forget about me. Just thinking about driving to work is, I don't think I could handle
Yeah.
traveling all the time.
Yeah, it's not so bad. And like I said, like when you're traveling together with other people, it's much easier. It's more fun. You just banter and yeah, I think this is the whole point of this whole trip. And I think every time I even for war game or anything else, it's always about the people, right? It's never about the actual like racing, unless you're a very serious, competent racer who's very competitive, I guess.
Ciao, darlings.
There you go. And now it's all peace and quiet. All right. Yeah.
So Doug says there are some top racers in the field. Doug, who do you think? I mean, I don't know if he's around. Why don't you find find Raul's room and come on? Who do you think are the top?
Oh,
Do you know, or are you just like these are new people, or do you recognize a lot of people, or are you seeing
well,
like
Ian Douglas is here, right? The
yeah?
winner from last year.
Okay.
He also won the MR Slot Car Challenge as well on the same track. So, like he'll be really quick, obviously. Um, but yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of regulars here as well that race on a daily basis,
Yeah.
couple of hours a day on the same track. So,
Okay.
experience is always the best teacher. So if you got a lot of experience on the track, yeah, I don't really it's going to be difficult for anyone else. But saying that, like, if you're an experienced racer like Nemas is, like he took the time to take his car apart, rebuild the whole car, and and really put it back on the track, and now he's really competitive. So, like I said, if you have experience in this game of racing, you're used to tuning. That's why I think Nico would be like super quick as well, because if you have the experience behind racing and tuning and getting your cars ready for different track situations like Nico has, you'll probably adapt a lot faster, right, to the situation
Hmm.
than anything else.
Right.
So, yeah, when it comes to racing part of it, maybe I'm not the best person because I'm not running off to practice, because I'm like, there's a lot of people there that will get, will be, faster. Like I said, I just got a feel for the track. But my whole thing is just consistency. How consistent can I be on the track? How many times do I not de-slot? Can I get as many laps as I can in? And that's really what I'm looking at. How many laps do I get in? I'm not really looking at my timing, right? So the timing will come as you practice more, like we all know. Like
Yeah.
I mean, all of us racing at home have experience with that. In that, the more time you put on the track and the layout that you have at home, you always get quicker, right? I mean, nobody. I don't think there's anyone gets slower on their home tracks, right? Like as
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
practice your track more, you just get quicker. So I think this is the same situation here, right? So,
That's cool. Well, that's gonna actually be the topic of my next video is three practice tips, 3 ways that I practice at home. And it was funny that you guys had did the shenanigans on it as well. So I think it's important. I think people want to know, and that question has been asked, like, what do you do to practice, right? I mean, here you just practice the track, right? But is there a guide? Is there someone telling you, okay, this is this corner, that's that corner, or is there just like
I mean, everyone
baptism by
here.
fire?
You got to remember, there's 75 racers. Everyone's got a different thing to talk about the track, and everyone's like, you got to understand that everyone's got a different racing style too, right? um some people will take a lot of brake bias, some people will take a lot less brake bias, some people will have a lot more control. So, you can change on the defalco chip. You guys know that you can change the boards on the back of your defalcos, right? So you see guys switching up boards and dropping boards and ohms and stuff so that they can get better response times. Um, we don't have that luxury. I don't have that luxury, so I'm just going with whatever I got. I set my sensitivity to what everyone averages out to be, so 3 to 4, somewhere in the middle. I set my sensitivity to that. I put my brake at 50% initially, and I slowly dialed it more because I noticed that the car seems to coast a lot more and carry a lot more momentum into the turns. So I put more brake bias so that I can get around the turns a little bit better. Obviously, you need a lot more practice to understand your braking points and everything else. It's just like there's an art to slot car racing, and scraping off momentum coming into a turn is a big part of it, and the understanding at what point your car will do that is a big part of it, right? And I really haven't come to grips with my car at all. I'll be very honest. Love the car, love everything that they've done, obviously, but it takes a lot of practice to get better, right? So that's why for myself right now, it's just about consistency with the car. I'm only racing the car. That's it. Like that's all I can say. When I'm stepping up to my qualifying today, I have to keep it in my head because I'll tell you it's going to be very nerve wracking to have whatever 100 people, because there's a bleacher there too, and people are sitting there in the stands. So you have 100 people on you for the first time ever, right? Because when you're practicing, nobody's paying attention to you. But when you go to qualifying, I think that's going to be the most.
Oh,
You
yeah.
have to have a little bit of strength in your mind for that one, and I think a lot of pressure for the YouTubers will be, let's not embarrass ourselves. I mean, that's one thing I've heard throughout the weekend here, is that everyone's like, I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to embarrass myself. And I think, I guess because, whatever I've done with wargame and stuff, I understand that you're either going to have a good day, you're going to have a bad day today.
Yeah.
It won't make a difference. Just go out there, do your best, and walk away from it. Like that's all I'm gonna do. And I'll see where it happens. I'm not saying I'm gonna be the worst. I'm not saying I'm going to be the best. I'm just gonna try and do what I can do for myself, and be consistent as I possibly can. That's it.
And have
So,
fun.
Nico, we're gonna rethink those bets again, because clearly, Raul is not gonna be winning anything.
Only you have to rethink,
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Nico.
Just kidding. Oida.
Hey, I got Massimo, you got Nico. It's all good, right? Where are you
Oh
going?
wow! Look at this guy. You're like what is this? Jumping ship. You're like a fish on water. Flip flopping
No, what am I
around.
jumping ship? What am I jumping ship? I've been trying to get you to get your head in the game, and you're like, wow. I'm like, you're gonna do well, dude. I know you're gonna do well, because when we race at your place, you've got this like momentum, and I saw you on Massimo's track, and I'm like, okay. And when you told me you hadn't raced that much on Massimo's track, and I saw you that day, you didn't realize it, but I was paying a lot of attention to what you were doing, and I'm like, how is he doing that? How is he doing that finger work? Like, that track, Massimo's track is so short, you have to be super quick. There's not many long straights, but you have to be super technical on his track for him to get that speed. And you nailed it, man. You ripped his track, and I didn't want to say anything, but I think you had got one of his better times. I can say this because he's not in the room.
I'm not that confident. Like I'll be honest, I don't have any confidence in my racing ability on the stock car world. I think it takes a lot of time, and
But you have an understanding. But there's an understanding that you have. There's things that you told me that have sunk in.
When you go, next time you come, Joe, I hope there's an event at Ernie's that you can come and watch them race on the wood track, because then you really understand. Yeah, like Massimo and Pete says, and I agree with this, is when you're around racers, you learn racing, right? Because I don't have, like, I was saying, I ride my controller. Like, I don't know if you guys heard me, but I said I ride my controller because I'm so used to magnets. And that's another thing. If you really want to race, you need to take out all the magnets and learn how to not ride your controller. Because when you're on magnets, we tend to ride our controllers, not like release the trigger, pull, release the trigger, pull. We tend to ride controllers because the magnet helps with downforce. So as you're releasing the triggers, the car's braking automatically. Whereas here, you have to really be off your trigger for the brake to kick in. So if you don't understand that kind of mechanics, like I don't, you're gonna have a harder time adapting to a wood track. So like these are all little things that I'm learning as I'm here. So actually, I learned a lot of this in England too, watching those guys in England race. So that's why, like Nico, we were really missing you here, because we're like, we would love to see what you would do, because we knew how you adapted to the wood tracks in England pretty well, considering that we didn't have our cars once again there, right? You got to understand, if you build a car from scratch for the event, you probably have more confidence with it anyway, because you understand that car completely. I don't race a lot of slotted Group C cars, so setting up, when I got my car and there's so much float, I was like, and I asked Marco, I was like, "Is the car normally have so much float? Like, I'm used to seeing float on a car, but this is like excessive." He's like, "Yeah, no, that's the way we race." And I was like, "Okay." And then obviously when I was driving, I was having a really hard time scrubbing off momentum coming into the first few turns. And I was like, I need to tighten down this body a bit. So I luckily, like I said, I don't have tools, so that's another problem. Like I can't go off the track and go tighten it because I don't have my tools. Brain fart, didn't bring my toolkit at all because I was like not thinking about, you didn't didn't take the car. So like, there's all these little things that will catch you out, right?
Were
But
you are you
experience
the only one
wise,
who didn't bring their toolkit? Did Pete bring his toolkit?
no, none of
No,
us have
I
our
think
tools
none
here.
of them did. No.
Yeah,
Okay.
none of us have our tools here. That just shows you the mindset. We're here to hang out with each other. Like, I think that's what the YouTuber brotherhood is about, being together and hanging out. So if you're part of the YouTuber crew and you come down, I think you will have more excitement. And I think this is a call out to everyone that's on here, whether you're in the chat, whether you're on the screens right now. Get to an event and mingle with the people that you don't get to mingle with on a daily basis. And it's a really uplifting experience, and it gives you more motivation to be in this hobby. I think that's the main takeaway that I'll give you guys here. Like, just come out. That's the main thing, right? Just have some fun and come out. Yeah, like,
So
it'll
does
be
that
awesome.
mean that you're that mean that you're not leaving the hobby?
How
Oh,
many
come
times we've
on.
gone through this? I don't know why everyone thinks I left the hobby. I think I spend more time on other people's live streams since I've decided to leave the hobby. And nobody leaves the hobby. Let's be honest, right?
No.
Um, if
Take a pause.
we all take breaks and we all come back. And um, yeah, after my debacle with the one-to-one world, it's 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 I don't know what I want to do right now. But yeah, like, it's been a lot of fun. That's all I can say. Yeah.
No, that's great, man. Well, look, guys, where our 1 hour mark is up. I got to respect the format as much as I want to talk to you guys all day, but I smell my bacon and eggs cooking too. You guys have been great. Thanks so much for coming on, Dan, Nico, Raul, especially you guys, and bringing the gang. I wasn't expecting the trio to come on. I just wish you guys the best of luck, safe travels. I know we'll be talking, but we're all rooting for you guys.
Yeah.
And just to hear more about your experience. I know that I want to take as much as I can to help also the GRL. Maybe any experiences that we can grab from here and we can discuss after how we can, adapt the GRL to this shots or experiences or something you pick up.
Yeah. So
That's it, guys.
if you guys can't watch the live stream but you want to keep track, I actually coded a full dashboard for Ian and Doug, who are doing the commentating, with some of the. It's very rudimentary, but I coded it yesterday for them. So it's trackfans TV/electric-dreams.com.
Okay.
If you go there, you get live standings of all the qualifying laps and a number of laps completed, because it's ranked by laps. And if you click on each driver, you get a little bit of history and a few of the questions that we've answered for them. So if you guys can't watch the lives, at least you can keep track of it on your phone. It's just a web page. So
Hold on.
yeah,
Put that. It's TrackFans TV.
trackfanstv.com/electric-dreams. And then it will take you to that page. I can actually put it in the chat here.
I'm looking at it. Oh, the site can't be reached. I don't know. That's my bad. What happened there? TrackFans.com
Let me put it in the chat.
or .co? You're gonna put it? You're gonna do it? Yeah. Okay. I didn't. It failed on my end, but I think I punched it in.
So I got it here. I'll put it in the.
Okay. While you're doing that, Dan, I wanted to ask you, is this fish tank thing going to be constant? Because you've got another live that you're doing?
It's going to be bi-weekly, and it's
Okay.
going to be strictly HO news.
Okay.
When I look around the net right now, there's really no solid HO news. People are just doing it as part of their regular shtick.
Okay.
So I figured maybe I'll just kick it back in for HO, because I know there are people in large scale too. Even Nico, for instance, who's got huge HO knowledge. And these are the types of people that I'm making these videos for, to keep everyone in the link. And especially with what's been going on with Auto World lately, like the slot car, HO slot car world is wondering what in the heck is going on. So finally, after 9 months, Auto World finally put out a slot car. They put out, I think it was like 12 or 13 slot cars yesterday. So if you haven't seen my video, check it out. But thanks for having me on today, Joe. I appreciate it, brother. It's
No, of course.
good.
And I know
hearing about our
there was a
Slot
mix
Car
up there.
brothers.
I know there was a mix up there this week. It's been a bit of a rough week for me.
Yeah. It's
Last
been
2
a long week,
days.
brother. It always is.
Yeah, we talked about that in private. Nico knows, and just whatever. Jen's feeling
Yeah, I
better.
want to say
everything's
I'm really sorry if we hijacked the show, but I know Joe and me, we had talked about me coming on, and when we were all up, and I was like, "Oh, Joe's live." So
I know
I
it
appreciate
was
all
like a
of you
melange
guys
of things, and it
catching
was
up
just like,
from it.
and I'm
Yeah.
glad, and in a way, I'm like, this is so happy. Everyone managed to come together in one spot, and it's been such
Big
a
show,
brilliant
brother.
this week.
Big show.
Yeah,
Good to hear
absolutely.
about our racing brothers. Awesome,
That's
awesome
it.
guys.
But
Raul,
Dan,
take care, brother.
what time is your show? You didn't say, did you say your time?
For my show?
Yeah, on
No,
Thursdays.
you mean the HO show?
Yeah, the fish tank.
No, it's going to be bi-weekly.
But what
There's
time?
not enough coming out right now to do it weekly. It would be a pretty stale show.
But
So
what time? What time is it on?
it varies.
Oh, it varies. Okay, sorry. Okay, no problem. All right.
So,
And
like I
Nico,
said,
you
we
got
only
some
go
videos
when we
coming
have
out?
information. So
Okay. And there's obviously you're still doing Monday Night Lives.
Monday Night Lives,
so that's
brothers.
good.
6
And
p.m.
Nico, you have
Central
any?
Standard Time.
Sorry, I'm talking over everybody. Nico, you have any announcements you want to say before we cut this?
Yes, there's a new part coming on my channel. It's called Slot Racers Yarn, which will go and highlight some stories from the past, things you might know, things you might not know, and some experiences that we had from the funny side. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So check it out. If you're into slot cars, a little of history, little funny stories. That's all it's going to be.
Okay. Cool. Raul, any last comments?
Listen,
things?
I appreciate all you guys. I love all you guys. I know we don't get to hang out as much, but Joe, really appreciate the brotherhood, man. Thank you for that. Nico, Dan, good to see you guys again. I haven't
Yeah.
seen you guys in a while.
Been a while, brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for having us on once again, and yeah, everyone out there, keep on racing. We're having fun.
There you
Just
go, guys.
just quickly, Slot Car Dojo. I'm Dan from Slot Valley Racing.
Oh, sorry, did I miss something?
No, Slot Car Dojo was just asking who I am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dan from SVR Slot Valley Racing. You'll have all this information if you join the Discord. Just saying. Just putting it
Yeah,
out
join
there.
the Discord, guys. Come join Slot Yard and be part of the community. It's awesome.
Yeah, guys. All right, you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you, and you really made my week because it was a bit of a shitty week. So thank you very much, guys. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the next.
Wow.
Where's the end button here? I have no idea what I'm doing. Is this one? Is it this one?
This